In this video, it's going to be different than a lot of my other ones that are more about teaching. I keep getting requested to do like a life update. So let's do a recap of 2024, the good, the bad, the ugly, so you can learn from my mistakes and implement them for yourself, or you're just curious to see what goes on behind the scenes. It's not going to be edited. This is, just going to be me talking here. So feel free to use the table contents in the description below to forward to something that's interesting to you, or not, and don't even watch it and go to one other videos. But basically, I just wanted to get started with, I know it's cliche, but thanking all of my clients. This past year has been crazy, but I'm truly blessed to have the clients that I do have. And I know a lot of times realtors say that, but I really mean it. I don't have any clients that I can say that I don't consider friends I can't have a beer with. It'd be awkward. I don't think people appreciate in our business, are so worried about closing and doing all that, to appreciate the connections that you make. And I just wanted to reflect on that and say, like, I'm truly blessed to have some of the best clients. And they come from all walks of life, whether in the military, corporate America, whatever. But what you put out is what you receive. I'm a firm believer in that. And maybe not like personalities, but personalities that match and pair well together naturally attract each other. So yeah, all my clients are the best. I'll fight any realtor out there that says otherwise. My clients are better than yours. I don't care what you say. And all the future clients, hey, come join the team, come join the family. We had another big thing that I learned this year too, is that no amount of money is worth working with someone that you don't enjoy it. I've done jobs, I'm pretty sure if you're watching this, you've done jobs you hated, or you hated your boss or coworkers or whatever, but I'm in a position where I can pick and choose who I want to work with. This year was one of the first time I ever had to fire a client because we just didn't mesh. Nothing to the person, obviously keep it confidential. But it was really hard for me because the first time I've ever had to truly fire somebody and be like, hey, what we're doing it's not beneficial for you because you don't want to listen to me, and for whatever reason you don't trust me, and the parents were involved and all this other chaos. And I was like, listen, it's not beneficial for either of us to continue this. I can't help you the way you need me to. Maybe there's somebody else that you can. I was so scared to do it for at least, I think it sat on it for like 3 or 4 days. But when I actually did it, it was so empowering. Like, weight just got lifted off my shoulders and I felt, empowered. I don't know, maybe getting too, emotional, whatever. But bottom line is, who you work with matters. Your mental sanity, clarity, whatever you want to call it, it's just not worth it for a couple dollars, a couple $1,000, whatever it may be. Also, if you're new here, this year has also been big for me outside of just business. And I had my cute little demon child that I love so much, my baby girl Ava. I'm a dad already. My son's 21, turning 22 in January. But having a baby girl is different in a lot of ways, good and bad. It's eye-opening. Definitely, I hate to admit it, and I know this is going out on the internet, so I'm never going to be able to get away from it. But having a daughter as a man is life-changing. Life-changing. And she's kind of forced me to take a different perspective too, and really value the time. Time is your most valuable asset, regardless of real estate, stocks, all this other stuff. Time is your most valuable asset that you can never get back. And I think having her this stage of my life has really focused me on focusing on getting my time back. So I'll be honest, I don't do really well with the whole work-life balance. And another, news alert, I'm a hypocrite too. I mentor agents and other business owners. I'm always hard on them about outsourcing, and then I don't sometimes follow my own advice. And it took Ava to occupy a huge amount of my time to realize, like, hey, you need to outsource some stuff too. Like, if you didn't know, I edit all my own videos, do all my own marketing. Everything is all me. I'm saying it today, and I'm admitting to the world that I was a hypocrite and I need to do better. Outsource the stuff that you can, buy back your time, because once again, you're not going to get it back. And it's hard, because I'm a perfectionist and I like everything a certain way. Having someone else do tasks that can be delegated down is vastly important, because it is vitally important, because it gets your time back. And I didn't do it. I've made the commitment that I want to hire video editor for this, because believe it or not, these videos, no matter how short or long they are, it takes hours, not just you're obviously researching the information so I don't sound like an idiot, recording them and all the mess ups, editing them, then putting them up on YouTube. It's a endeavor. Like some of those other guys like Mr. Beats, Ali Abdaal, they have a whole team of dudes doing it, and it's, beautiful. Maybe I'm at that point now where, I did it myself. I think almost 2 years now. Now it's time to outsource. Next, the real estate market. If you've been paying attention to any of these videos, the real estate market has been in flux this last year and some change, but mostly this year, from interest rates being chaotic to this whole legal NAR chaos that's going on, which is still in flux. The Department of Justice came out saying they don't like these new things that we implemented, but then again, NAR implemented all this stuff to try to get ahead of the league. Just a bunch of stupidity. But the bottom line is, I don't want to go nerd out on contracts with you, but it shows you when adversity strikes in the real estate market, because it's hard for some of these realtors, it shows people's true colors. And what I mean by that is, I'm in all these chat groups people invite me to, and I don't really talk because a lot of agents are dumb, but I see all these agents arguing about like the buyer's representation agreement, right? Hey, John Smith, you want to work with me, whatever, I have to write this buyer's representation agreement out to represent you. You can always go down on the commission, you can't go up. I keep seeing all these boards of people talking about how like, oh, well, I had a 3% on my buyer's representation agreement, but homeowner was only willing to offer 2%. So I told my clients either they can pay me that extra 1% on top of down payment and closing costs, or you just can't buy the property. And my mind was blown. Like, you're really going to not allow your clients to purchase their dream house because you have to cut your commission a little bit? And you just see these responses people are talking about, like, oh, I know my value. No, you don't, man. You're a prior car salesman or a bottle service girl. Like, shut up. It really reinforced me trying to provide value, but also looking at the long term of this entire business. It's relationship building. And now riddle me this. So now that person, the client realtor relationship, I'd be pissed. You think I'm going to call that person in 5 to 7 years to sell my house with them? Absolutely not. So these people are like very short term, just today, pinch every penny mindset. And that's something that I promised myself I would never get to. And then on the listing agent side, I see all these, I have this funny joke going with some of the people, other realtors, I don't know what's more dangerous, Jeffrey Dahmer or single person broker owners. What a single entity, individual broker owner is like, oh, I'm a broker and I'm an owner and I'm in a brokerage of one and I just represent myself. Those are by far the worst people I've ever dealt with. And now I used to have that dream of wanting to be my own broker, but for my own self, but man, these guys are bad. There's no parents, managing this person. They're all naked and unafraid. And these broker owners were like telling people to give the buyer's representation agreement to schedule showings, which is stupid. Like, if you're a real estate agent watching this, don't do that. That is dumb. If it happened to me 2 times, and both times, you know what my response was? I would definitely send over my buyer's representation agreement as soon as you send over your listing agreement. Once again, don't want to get knee deep into real estate chaos, but bottom line is, it's more important than ever to interview people that you work with, because you can get into a whole heap of trouble. Like, say that buyer's agent didn't tell you that they're going to enforce that extra % on you, and now you're not qualified to buy the home and you lose your earnest money deposit, and it's just chaos. So make sure that you are being careful out there. Interview multiple agents, ask them questions. I know I've been promising doing it, but I'm going to do a whole video on how to interview realtors and what to ask and what to kind of avoid asking, because they practice answering these questions. They're going to lie to you anyways. But overall, for me personally, it just, like I said, it redefined my vision, what I need to provide. And for you, the business isn't necessarily about buying or selling real estate. It's more about providing value, whether it's educational, inspirational. The value that we provide is what the focus should be. And I think, including myself, all the people in the real estate industry was focused more on getting closings, coffee is for closers, instead of taking that brain power that, you have so much thinking power. It's finite, right? If you got kids, you got, working out, you have only so much time to think, and you're spending that time cold calling people and trying to push them to buy or sell a home, instead of taking that time to figure out problems that people have and provide solutions and teach them. Find ways to provide value to the community and serve. For too long, I think our industry has been focused to me, and Selling Sunset and some of the other stupid shows, it shifted the focus from their true focus, which is providing value to you, the consumer, and figuring out what that value is. Because sometimes you guys don't know. It's hard to know what you don't know. But instead of taking my brain power and wasting my energy on cold calling or door knocking and bothering people and doing all this stuff, sitting here and really trying to figure out how I can help you more, whether you work with me or not. If I can create a better positive change around me, the money will come, the business will come. And that's what I think realtors are afraid of. Like, I need to make more cold calls, send more postcards, be more annoying. After this year, it's reaffirmed to me that do the right thing, provide value, and business success will come. You focus on money and closings, A, you'll never be happy, B, no one will ever like you, and it's just a rough life to live. So what's coming next year? In line with what I was just talking about, I'm rolling out, me and Bridget, rolling out the biggest, most in-depth neighborhood guide that I've found in San Diego. It covers 50 of the top neighborhoods. It has been crazy hard. When I went off on this idea, I was like, see all these home buyers guides and all homes, stupid, but people want to know neighborhoods. Most people in San Diego is a city, county full of villages. But most people in Oceanside don't go down to Chula Vista and vice versa, so they don't know. Even though we're all part of San Diego County, we're very in our own little villages. So I was like, okay, let me provide a guide. It should be a book as long as this thing is. I think it's like 40 pages to help people to understand the school districts, the demographic, median sales price of homes, all the stuff that they could, want to know about another neighborhood that they might not necessarily go to. I live in North County. I don't always go down to Spring Valley. It really not only forced me to understand and look way more in depth into the neighborhoods of San Diego, but I think people will really like it. So stand by for that coming up. I'm finishing the last few neighborhoods. Once again, it's 50. So if you're someone that has more neighborhoods outlined in the guide, please show me, because then I'll make it 100. No, I'm just kidding. 50 is ridiculous. I also created a 7-day email home buying crash course. So it's basically everything you need over the course of 7 days. It just sends you the different emails at 9 a.m. And my premise behind that was a lot of these questions I get asked from people are the same questions, same concerns, the same stuff. So if I could create an easy way to teach people the same stuff that I repeat over and over and over again, that would help bring everybody to a higher level. Knowledge equals confidence. And yeah, it's easy. Sign up, just need your name so the emails don't sound weird, like, hey, Mr. Seaman. Like, no. First name, email, that's it. I'm not going to call you. I'm not going to prank call you and cold call you. You literally just get the email for 7 days and then it's in your email. If you need to reference it back, whether you're trying to buy a home in like 2 years or whatever, hopefully I'm trying to make sure that it's knowledge you can use up to then. If not, hit me back up and I'll give you some updated version. But I'm also creating a more in-depth home buying course, video and the whole nine, because there's two types of people that are buying a home. There's one that they get motivated, inspired, and like, hey, I want to buy a home. And I have to get all this information into your noggin quick because they usually don't plan ahead a month out. My lease is ending next month and I need to buy a home. Shit. But for the other people that are maybe people looking to sell their home and upgrade their home or downsize or whatever they're trying to do, or these perfect planners that are out there. I'm a planner. I like to plan ahead. More in-depth course that they can go through and they can take notes and watch it over and over again and figure it out. So a crash course and a more of a in-depth course. I'm not saying I forgot about my sellers. I'm working on that too. I just want to finish all this home buying stuff because selling is more operational. The area that I've found like most people are really struggling with is like that first time selling a home, because arguably harder than first time home buying, right? When you're buying a home and you're renting somewhere or living at your parents' house, you have more movement with logistics, right? Like you can, extend your extend your lease by 2 weeks and, do month to month or whatever. But when you're selling a home to buy another home, when escrow closes, and unless you have a rent back or whatever, you got to move out. Timing that and the stress involved, that's where my focus is right now, helping people. That's the most people that reach out to me. If you need something different, reach out to me. I read every comment. If you reach out to me Instagram here, I'm going to get it, not some assistant yet. But also And I've been resistant to this for a long time because I disagree with a lot of things in the real estate industry that we've been doing. But I'm also formally going to start taking on mentees and mentoring people. Complain about it, and I talk a lot of shit about people doing dumb stuff in the real estate industry, but I also need to provide the solution. So I'm putting together a whole training for people. Obviously I'm trying to keep it as basic to, running a business and how to allocate your revenue and how to create value to most people and hopefully create a positive change. And I'm gonna make it so it could be to any realtor in Northern California, in the United States, possibly Canada. I can't really do a lot of the contract stuff because it's different per state, so you can use your broker for that. But I'm excited about it. I think I can make a positive change, and hopefully it will resonate down to you in the community, and you won't get as many annoying door knocks or crank calls like, hey, it's Ian Collins, you want to buy or sell a home? Do you know anybody that does? Hopefully we can work together to move away from that. And yeah, basically just give back. Yeah, that's all of it in a nutshell. Once again, I appreciate you guys that, I don't have a huge following of subscribers. So I appreciate you guys being with me and watching my literally terrible videos. I literally, if I want to get a cringe moment, I just scroll back to my old videos. I'm like, oh. So thank you for being with me since then and riding out this wave. Thanks again for watching. Happy holidays. If you need something, please write a comment. I read all of them. And if not, I will see you next video. Thanks again for watching.